So, good morning, one and all present here. In this lecture video, I'm just going to discuss the subject professional ethics and human values under the topic the use of ethical theories. So, let me start with the introduction part. Before going to the introduction, let me explain you what is why we need ethical theory as a human or as an individual. If you're working in an organization or if you're working in a corporate company or if you're in a government sector, why a human being should follow the ethical theories. So that's what we are going to see in this video with a real-time example. Later on we'll explain you the real-time scenario for this particular use of ethical theory topic. Okay, so let me start with the introduction here. So this presentation will help you to understand the importance of ethical theories, why a person should follow ethical theory and how much it will useful for the country, and how much secure and safe you can live with the help of these ethical theories, which we are going to discuss here. So the first introduction part is there is a definition of ethical theory. Normally, ethical theories are nothing but it's a protocol, or I can say it as a framework, which guide any individual in determining whether it is right or wrong. It depends on the decision which they are making. So, what is the importance of professional ethics? As a subject deal with this professional ethics, we are just going to see about the importance of professional ethics here. They provide professionals or the human or the individuals with some structured form like approaches to take ethical dilemmas. And the next one is types of ethical theories. Normally we saw the definition here, and we are going to see the types, that is utilitarianism and deontology and virtue ethics and care ethics. These are all the types which we will be see it later on in the videos, in the forthcoming slides. So the next is what is utilitarianism in practice. So it mainly focuses on three things. One is focus on outcomes, and the next one is application in business, and what are the challenges we have faced in this utilitarianism. This topic which we already discussed in the previous lecture video. So deontological ethics. So let me explain you the real-time scenario here. Assume that the government is with collab with any one of the popular IT company, and they have decided to set AI based surveillance system throughout the country to reduce the to reduce any kind of crime or something like that. So what the consensus and controversy have been initiated while if the government is ready to apply this kind of thing. So initially the stakeholders will be very much happy, if we started implementing this this surveillance system throughout the country, we can reduce the crime and the people can start living safely. That is the opinion from the stakeholder side. Whereas in other side, if we take people, their individual thinking is every time we will be watching. So the privacy is the main concern where it will be affected. So this is the best example I can say as the real-time example for the ethical theories. So the controversy here is people are avoiding this kind of surveillance system mainly for the privacy, whereas the stakeholders are very much happy, like they feel like they are feeling like safe and secure to live inside this country. So this is like this is the thing, like ethical theory can be taken into account based on the individual thinking. So the protocol which the government is following is applying the surveillance system, and there are controversies as well as consensus are there. Okay, and the next is virtue ethics in professions. What is character and what is virtue? Virtue ethics is nothing but which mainly it focus on the moral character of the individual. As I said before, we can compare stakeholders and the individual people what they think about the surveillance here. Impact on workplace culture. So encouraging virtuous behavior, which will foster you in a positive workplace environment. Okay, and then critics of virtue ethics. What is critics? Which argue that it lacks clear guidance from the for the any action what you've taken. So how we can integrate these ethical theories? So while you can use the holistic approach here, and you have to analyze every real-time scenario. The real-world scenario, which I said is one of the thing that is AI surveillance system. So through continuously analyzing these kind of real-world scenario, one can integrate the ethical theory, and we need to go for continuous learning as well. We need to discuss since the controversy arise, discussion part is very much important to evolve to incorporate these kind of ethical theories inside the country. Okay, and the next is conclusion. So we saw about what is the use of ethical theory, what is the importance of ethical theory, what is professional ethics actually, and what are all the future directions, how we can analyze all the real world scenarios, and what the call to action has to be taken. So the next is a small mind map related to the topic here. Let me zoom it. Which is related to the topic. Mind map is nothing but it's an image part of the topic which we have discussed now, which can be easily kept in our mind. Okay, so that's all about the use of ethical theories. Thank you.